Hello everybody, it's me again. So I'm going to introduce this afternoon a new subject, a new topic, and that is geography. This is something that you've never learned before, you've never seen in reception, and this is one of my favorite subjects. So I hope you enjoy it. Now, I'm going to share my screen with all of you. And we're going to be learning something really exciting. Now, before we start, I'm going to be asking you some questions. You can answer it in your head. You can shout it out loud on the screen. You can talk to your friends, to whoever's in your house, to your grandma, to your mom, to your dad, to your dog. You can answer it to whoever you like. Okay, now let's get started. I've got a question. It says, what countries do you already know? What does country means? What countries have you been to? Have you been to a different country that is not the one that you live in? Think about and share it. Now, where is your family from? Do they all live here in this country, or do they live somewhere else? Do they live in a different country? I can't wait to hear some answers. Are you there? Great. Now, what country do you live in? Where do you live right now? Now, I'm going to answer my questions. Now, what countries do I already know? Well, Ms. Fernandez knows Spain because I come from Spain, a different country. I know India. I've been to India recently. I know Turkey. I know France. I know Italy, Portugal. Do you know any of these countries that Ms. Fernandez is talking about? Now, where is my family from? My family don't live in England. They don't live in the United Kingdom. They live in Spain. That is a different country and far from here. Now, what country do I live in now? Well, I do live in England. I don't live in Spain. I live in England. Where do you live? Where does your family live? Where is your family from? Do they live in England? Do they live in a different country? Oh, I'm sure some children are already thinking about their family members that they live in a different country, maybe in a different continent. So well done. I will talk to you tomorrow morning about this, and you can tell me all about the different countries. Now let's move on. It says, what planet do we live in? Well, our planet is so big that we use a globe to represent it. Now, our planet is not Mars, it's not Jupiter, it's not Saturn. Our planet is Earth. And we've been looking at Earth so many times because we have a globe in the classroom and we know the Earth is blue and brown and green. Now, it's so big, it's so huge that we use a globe, and I'm about to show you a globe. Now, a globe looks like a sphere. Now, not Sophia, sphere. We've been talking about that word in class. Now, it is a model of the Earth, and because the Earth is so big that we cannot bring the Earth into classroom, that's why we use a globe to locate different places and different countries around the world. Now, I'm going to show you a globe in a minute. This is the Earth, and we know that there is more water than land. We know that is 30% land and 70% water. That is a lot of water. Now, this is the globe. There's a small version, a small model of the Earth. And I'm going to spin one and we're going to find different countries, because remember, we use a globe to represent and to find and to locate different countries. Now, a country is an area of land. And it has borders, it has boundaries, it has borders. Now, each country, when you look at the globe, has a different color. And the name of the country comes in capital letters. So I'm going to spin the globe. And I'm going to see if I can find any countries. Now I'm going to spin it. Wow, and I can see a country in here, and I know this is a country because I can see a black line that goes all around the country. Now it says it's in capital letters and it says Mexico. I can see a black line that goes all around. That's the borders. That's the border of the country. And then I can see that it has capital letters. So I know that it's a country. Capital letters and a black line around. That's the borders. That's the boundaries. Now I'm going to spin it again. And hopefully I will find Spain. Let's stop in here. I've got another country. I can see capital letters. And that's Spain. And there is a black line that goes all around the country. Because remember, what is a country? It's an area of land with boundaries around. That is with borders around. And I know because it has a different color and it has capital letters and it says Spain. Now let me see if I can find a different one. And I can find, oh, there is so many. Oops, here all I can see is blue. That means there is no country, there is no land in here. It's all water, it's the ocean. So there's no country in the middle of the ocean. I will carry on and I will find the United Kingdom. I can see capital letter. I can see that it has a black line all around. And that tells me that that is a country. But this country is a bit special because it has 4 countries inside the United Kingdom, 4. So we're going to learn the name in a minute. If you do have a globe in your house, you should now get in the globe right now and finding as many countries as you can. Remember, the name is in capital letters. It has a black line around, and also it has different color. This is Miss Fernanda's globe. I've got Miss Lainey's globe, and it's all the same color. But I'm sure if you have a globe in your house, it will be more colorful and it will have different colors as well. Now, moving on. Now, this is the United Kingdom. I found it, and I would like you to tell me, what do you notice about its shape? It has a really funny shape. Can you see it in here? On this globe, I found it and it was green. But then in this other globe, I found it and it was pink. What do you think about the shape? What does that remind you of? Is the United Kingdom written in capital letters? Well, I can definitely see United Kingdom in capital letters. So that tells me that is the name of the country. And that is the country, that is the area of land that has boundaries around. Now, moving on. Now, today, what we're going to do, we're going to learn all about the United Kingdom. Everybody say, United Kingdom. And a bit louder, I want your neighbours to hear you. United Kingdom. And one more time, the United Kingdom. Very good. Now, the United Kingdom is made up of 4 countries. It is really big. It has 4 countries. Now, each country have its own dialect. That means their own language. They speak different languages. They also have their own food. The like traditional dishes. They also grow different flowers. They also have different flags. They also have people that speak with different accents. But they are all part of the United Kingdom. Now, you're going to repeat after me the countries of the United Kingdom. We're going to start with Miss Fernanda's favourite country, and that is Scotland. One more time, louder, Scotland. One more time, Scotland. Very good. Now, Scotland is up here, north. Can you see it? In the top, or up north. Now, we've got the country where we live, and that is England. One more time, a bit louder. England. England. Well done. And now, this one is here in the south. And then can you see this tiny one here? Now, this tiny one here is Wales. Then a bit louder. Wales. Wales. Well done. That is Wales. That's another country of the United Kingdom. We're not going to speak about the food yet, the flags and all of that, because we will be learning about that in the next week. Now, and the final country, that is Northern Ireland. can you see this tiny country up here in green? So this is Northern Ireland. Nice and loud, Northern Ireland. And one more time, Northern Ireland. So we've got so far Scotland, nice and loud, England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Well done. Now, I am going to move on. Now, because you might be wondering, how about this country here that is in grey? Well, this country that is in grey, that is Ireland, that is the Republic of Ireland. That used to be part of the United Kingdom in the past, but not anymore now. Ireland is an independent country, so it's not part of the United Kingdom. So the United Kingdom is made up of how many countries? Nice and loud. Shout it out. A bit louder. One country? Two countries? How many countries? 4 countries. Well done. Let's say it nice and loud. What's the first country? Miss Fernanda's favorite country? Scotland. Well done. The country that we live in? England. Well done. How about the pink one? How about this here? It's really small. Wales. Well done. And the one up north? Northern Ireland. Well done. Fantastic. That's all we're learning today, just the names of the 4 countries of the United Kingdom. Now, apart from globes, we use also atlases. I'm going to show you what an atlas is. Now, this is an atlas. Can everybody see it? This is an atlas. And now, when I open the atlas, I can see this is an atlas of the United Kingdom, and I can see the different countries. I can see the capital cities. We're not going to learn that yet, but here is an atlas is a collection of maps, and this helps you to locate countries all around and here is all around the United Kingdom, and also capital cities and towns and anything that you would like to learn. Now, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And we're going to carry on. Now, if you have an atlas that looks like this or like this one at home, I would love you to open the atlas and find the 4 countries of the United Kingdom. Some of them are up north, south, and west. So please have a look if you have time, if you have an atlas, and please try to locate the 4 countries of the United Kingdom. Now, we're about to play a game. Now, before we play the game, this is Scotland. Scotland is the one up north. What does the Scotland remind you of? Well, I was talking to Miss Miller today and she was saying, actually, Miss Fernandez, it looks like a dinosaur. It looks like the mouth of the dinosaur in here. What does Scotland remind you of? Let's look at the shape. Think about, what does it remind you of? What does it look like? So then you will remember better. Scotland, I can see a T-Rex in here, a big mouth about to eat something. Don't you think? What do you think? What does Scotland remind you of? Thinking. Let's move on to the next one. Now, Scotland, what colour is the flag? White and blue and white and blue and white. Well done. Now, the next one is England, and that is where we live. What does England remind you of? This is England. This is the country, and as I can see, it has a black line border. That is the boundaries. That is the border of England. Now, what does it look like? What does it remind you of? What does it look like? To me, it looked like, I would say, like a triangle. But you're more creative than me. What does it look like to you? Keep thinking. Now I can see a flag of England. What colours are there? They're white and red and white and what does it have in the middle that looks like this? Well done. A cross. Wales. What does it look like? What does Wales remind you of? It reminds me of a capital A. or a capital I or capital T? What does it look like to you? Now, how about the flag of Wales? What animal is in there? What colours are there? We've got green and white, and what is the colour of the dragon? I'm sure you're going to remember the Wales flag forever. Now moving on. This is Northern Ireland. Remember, Northern Ireland is up north. It's on top of Ireland. And remember, Ireland is an independent country. Now, what does it look like to you? It looks like a heart to me, like an upside down heart. What does it remind you of? I would love to hear some ideas. A bit louder. Well done. Now, Northern Ireland, the flag, it has a star in the middle, a crown, and a hand like that. It also has a cross. It reminds me of England flag, but this one has something different. It has a star, a hand, and a crown on top. Now, do not forget that England has no star, no crown, no hand. This one has Northern Ireland. Now, can you label the 4 countries of the United Kingdom? I'm going to play a game. Are you ready? You can play this game at home by yourself. Hello everybody! Now I hope you enjoyed playing the game, and were you able to locate the 4 countries of the United Kingdom? Was it too easy? Was it too hard? Now, if you found that too easy, now we're going to do a quiz. Let's see how much you remember about the United Kingdom. Now, let's see. We're going to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Now, make sure for this game you need to have a whiteboard or a marker or a piece of paper, notebook, anything that you have, any scrap paper, pencil, pen, whatever you have. Quickly, get ready. Now, I'm going to be sharing my screen for the game. Okay, who? Millionaire. Let's get started. What is a globe? What's a globe? We've been talking about a globe all lesson. A is a country. It's a capital city. C is a model of the earth. D, the United Kingdom. What is a globe? I'm going to give you 5 seconds for this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is a globe? Well done. We've been learning that the earth is so big, so huge, that we represent it using a globe, a small version, small model of the earth. Now, question 2. Which planet do we live in? Do we live A, Earth, B, Saturn, C, Jupiter, or D, Mars? Which planet? What planet do we live in? 5 seconds for this one. Should be easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A, B, or C, or D? On Earth. Question 3. Do not forget to write down the points that you're getting. Question 3. The United Kingdom is made up of how many countries? A, 5 countries, B, 4 countries, C, 2 countries, or D, 3 countries. This should be easy. I'm going to give you 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. How many countries? Moving on. Question 4. The 4 countries of the United Kingdom are A, Spain, Scotland, England, and Northern Ireland. B, China, England, Ireland, and Wales. C, Wales, England, Italy, and France. And D, Scotland, England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. This is hard. Let's think about it. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What are the 4 countries of the United Kingdom? Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Very good. Well done. Don't forget to write 1 point. Question 5. Which country is this? It's a top north and it looks like a dragon. It looks like a T-Rex, like a dinosaur. A, Scotland. B, Wales. D, Northern Ireland. D, England. What country is that up north? 5 seconds. Miss Fernanda's favorite country in the world. Very good. Question 6. Which country is this? At the bottom. A, England. B, Wales. C, Northern Ireland. And D, Scotland. This is hard. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. England. Well done, England. Get a point. Question 7. Which country is this? It's up north, it's really small. Now, A, England. B, Wales. C, Scotland. Or D, Northern Ireland. Which country is that? 5 seconds. Well done. It's on top of the Republic of Ireland. Remember, that's an independent country. It's not part of the United Kingdom anymore, but Northern Ireland is. And I think this is the last one. Which country is this? It's really small. It's not up north, not south, not west. It's right in the middle. A, England. B, Wales. C, Scotland. D, Northern Ireland. 10 seconds for this one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Write it down. Wales. Well done, everybody. That is the end of the quiz. Very good. Now, children, how many points have you got so far? Now, have you got more than 5? Who's got more than 5? Who's got more than 7? Who's got more than 8? You can't have more than 8 because there was only 8 questions. Now, who's got 0? Who's got 1? Who's got 2? Who's got 8? Well done, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the game. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen again, and this time you are going to do this for me. This is the independent work that I would like you to do. You've got a worksheet that looks like this. You've got a map of the United Kingdom and you have 4 different countries inside the United Kingdom. Now, can you please write the name on the flag? Then you've got a word bank with all the spellings in here, so make sure you write them properly. And if you really want to challenge yourself, you can draw the flags inside each country. Now, if you don't remember the flag, the colors, the symbols, you can go back to the from the beginning of the video, and then you will see the different flags, different colors, different symbols. And that is all for me, from me. If you have any questions, please watch the video again, and please do not forget to upload loads of videos, loads of work, anything about the United Kingdom, the countries, any other countries around the world onto C. So please, I would love to see it all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.